The third strategy in our action plan that I would like to talk about are parent-teacher conferences. We decided as a program that we would set up these parent-teacher conferences twice per year, or as requested by parents if they had concerns or thoughts to share with the child's teachers. We have determined that positive information should be shared to our parents, and we have also expressed to our teachers that is so important that parents have time to discuss any concerns they may have or thoughts as well, and then that way the teacher and the parent can continue to build that working relationship that works best for their child in our program. We feel like that this action plan is really going to be beneficial to our program, and we are really excited about incorporating it very soon. Some of the evidence that I would like to share with you why we decided to do this particular plan, and let me just put my computer over here where you can see. Let's see. The first thing I want to share is the YASO's Cultural Wealth Framework. And in this cultural wealth, this web, you will see that, first of all, cultural wealth is defined as the total extent of access or resources. It's also comprised of the practices that's embedded within our families and our communities as well. And you can just look and see where it talks about cultural capital and how it affects the community cultural wealth overall, and how familial, social, navigational, resistant, linguistic, and aspirational capital all kind of intertwine together to develop that framework that YASO talked about. The next thing I want to talk about is let me get my computer working right, is the ecological systems theory that was proposed by Yuri Brothenbrenner. And this also creates a good foundation of evidence why the child's family is just so important and so vital to the child and the family succeeding in their child's education and the early childhood foundation as well. So if you look, if you look right here, you can see the microsystem that Brothenbrenner talked about as the child, and in that microsystem, the areas that affect the child most are the school, the family, and the daycare center and the neighborhood play. So you can see that's kind of like the bullseye. And then around that is the mesosystem, and then the exosystem, and then it goes all the way out to the macrosystem, as well as the chronosystem. And it talks about how each of these affect the child in a different way. And just some examples of this that you can see on this graph are the mesosystem and exosystem, like extended family, friends of family, the media, community, and then the macrosystem kind of goes all the way up to laws and customs of one's culture, and the social class as well. And the chronosystem is things that happen that change a person in their environment over time. So an example of that would be like a birth, a death, divorce, major life transitions would be an example of that. So we just really feel like the family is just so important, and it's so important for us as educators and early childhood professionals to get our families engaged and involved. So now I would like to show you a short video clip that just talks about getting our families involved and engaged, and maybe some other ways that we haven't thought about to do that. Let me get that to play for you. Oops. Let's see here.
You know how important it is for parents to become involved in their children's learning. And you've probably found some great ways already to get parents to participate. But it's a continuing challenge. Fuel your thinking with ideas from Jamie Klein, the director of the Child and Family Development Resource Center at Eastern Connecticut State University.
How things go today?
You have a good day.
Yeah, good, good.
The research really suggests that their children do better in school when parents are involved.
Yeah, so,
Do you remember? Trust is the foundation of really any good early childhood program. If you build trust with a family, then, the world is your oyster. You can really do anything, because then that allows you to develop a really intimate relationship, and it also allows you into their world.
7 pounds. Good. Yeah, I had a bag, new clothes and everything.
leaving a child at any center, there's always an anxiety level, a mixture of relief that you have them in such good hands, with anxiety that you're not there every moment, and again, relief that you're not there every moment of the day. They're in the hands of other people, so not only is it an advantage and reassuring to the parent to know what's happening when they're at school, but also creates a kind of cohesion with what you do at home, knowing where they are in terms of language and skills and motor abilities. You sort of notice as a parent, but it becomes a part of the blur of watching a child grow up.
Sometimes
And I just want to say thank you again for your time. And I believe with your help, funding, and support, the field of early childhood education will continue to excel expectations in our country, and that together we can make a difference in the future of America and our world. Thank you.